Something like that.
Yeah, like I try to keep things kind of simple till now, huh? So I try to keep one red thread along one organ, but maybe we bring a few spiced up insights for other organs. Yeah. So on one hand, oops, liver and kidneys are pretty much on the same height in our body. Yeah. Both have this function of discreting, like getting rid of shit you don't need. It's either in your urine or in your gallbladder juice. So that's very similar. And both organs are connected to Senkalatari, the one I've been showing just before, the energy line. And kidneys are more connected to fear and to contraction, whereas the liver is more connected to expansion and anger. So both are quite closely connected to the sympathetic nervous system, the one just in front of the spine. I've been showing at the very beginning at the model. And these two build the kind of a solid base to protect the heart. But this is a bit more metaphoric. On one hand, yes, they really lie below and the diaphragm is in between. So breathing is really important because otherwise the whole organs aren't moving at all. They really need movement to stay in function. But especially with kidneys and liver, it's like a couple. They complement each other. So they really bring in additional qualities which are necessary sometimes for even similar situations. If I need more expansion and I, for example, want something, I can go for it with this energy of the liver. But sometimes, what the hell? Yes, I see I want something, but it's no good idea to go for it. I'll better protect myself and back off. That's a bit more the energy of the kidneys. But why? So many people are talking about this. It's the same thing. The kidneys, you want to see them again? Shall I show it on the model? Anybody up for another little model view? Well, okay, enough to do so. Okay, so we slowly connect here. So the liver was something we saw already. Now I will hide it to get behind the liver. And you see this close neighbor. That's the kidney. The kidneys usually come in pairs. And one is more on the right-hand side and the other one more on the left hand. Almost the same position, not exactly on the same height. Many people know about the kidneys, but just very few people really know about what the kidney has here, the suprarenal gland, the Nebenniere. And those produce adrenaline. Maybe you heard of adrenaline. And maybe you even experience it when there's kind of a threat, when there's this rush going through your body. And that's exactly where the connection happens. So we get alert, we get into fight-flight mode. And that's an important ability, a capacity to protect yourself or to go for what you want, to have this strength and energy level. Because then other organs are more well protected. For example, your heart. If you don't feel under threat all the time, because you have enough energy, enough capacity to protect yourself, it's easy for you to then do a back bend and to open your heart, for example. But it's much more difficult if you can't protect your heart. You usually walk around like this, because that's the best way you can do it. But when you know you have the strength, the courage, hard qualities to protect yourself when it's needed, you can be open at the other times. And this is not an either or, but it's At sometimes it's better to protect myself, and at other times I can open my heart fully. And it's not even anything I really need to do, because if there's no adrenaline in the blood, no threat recognized, the heart is usually just open by itself. And we talk about the energetical heart, yeah? Because otherwise it's getting quite difficult if there's a too big hole in the heart on the organ itself. And so usually this creates kind of joy. When the heart is opening, means for most people there's a lack of fear, which is usually connected to the kidneys as mentioned.